Hey everybody, it's Jonathan Bolano with Bolano Home. I'm here with Jonathan Agudelo from Freedom Mortgage. How are we doing today, Jonathan?
Good. How you doing?
Great. Jonathan's here again with us to talk about the Rhode Island Housing First Down Program. And this is a program where Rhode Island Housing is giving out forgivable loans of up to $7,500 towards a down payment.
Correct.
And so one of the reasons why we wanted to come here and talk to you is because one of the questions we get pretty frequently is, how do I know if I'm eligible? And so what John wants to do here is give us 4 quick notes/tips on what you need to know before figuring out whether or not you're eligible and coming to talk to a loan officer to do the rest for you. So John, what would be the first tip that people normally look for?
Okay. Well, the first thing you got to look for is what community you're looking to purchase in. So this grant is available in 6 cities in Rhode Island. Those are East Providence, Cranston, Pawtucket, Providence, Warwick, and Woonsocket.
That's all 6?
Yes, that's the 6. And if you're willing to, if you're okay with purchasing in these cities, then your first step is right up, taken care of right away.
Boom. And so one of the second things to note is there are income limits. Can you let them know a little bit more about that?
Correct. So the income limits, it's household income limits. So anybody living in the household that's working and filing their taxes in the whole 9, the combined income of those people, if it's a 1 to 2 person household, it can't be more than $87,360 per year. If it's a 3 person or more household, it can't be more than $101,920 per year. So that means combined, anybody living in the household that's working, that's going to be living in the new house that you purchase, cannot be making more than those 2 amounts. Another limit that needs to be specified as well is there is a loan limit. So the loan can't be higher than $431,250.
All right. Well, that's all really good information for them to be aware of. So the third thing to know is there is a limited availability to the First Down program.
Correct.
And so just a quick high level thing, that means basically if the Rhode Island Housing only has $100 to give, they're only going to be able to give up to that, and then it's all done. Can you go into that a little bit more for them?
Yeah, correct. So the program has been renewed already.
Okay.
Because it was just that first amount of money, everybody took advantage of the program and went through it, and they gave the grant again. From my understanding, we're getting pretty close to reaching that cap again.
Okay.
So what I would say is, as fast as you can, if you're really interested, you're looking to see, at the end of the day, worst case scenario, if you just call in or text us, email us, send us a message to try to find out if you qualify for a loan and are eligible for the program, the faster we know if you are or you're not, the better you know what you can do and what choices you have. Great. So I'd say jump on that before the money does run out and you can take advantage of it.
All right. And the last and fourth thing is in comparison to regular loans, most loans just require a certain amount of information. But for this one, it's a little more in depth. Can you explain what those documents are that you're going to need and why you're going to need them? Correct.
A normal loan, usually you only need income documents, which would be taxes and pay stubs from the borrower, whoever's on the loan. In this case, you have the income limits. So they need to know that everything that you said on how much everybody makes is correct. So we have to check the tax returns, even if they're not on the loan, for the other person living on the property, living in the house. So we would need to check tax returns and W-2s for that person as well, and pay stubs, for that person as well. The other thing is we need 3 years tax returns instead of 2 years, what is the norm. And that's so they can make sure that you haven't owned the property in the last 3 years, because this is a first-time home buyer only program.
Perfect. So everybody, those are your 4 quick tips. Jonathan, thank you again for joining us. I hope this was informational to everybody out there. As always, our information is right here, and Jonathan's is going to come up next. We really appreciate all the shares and all the likes and all the comments you guys have been giving. A lot of you have been messaging us individually. So we're happy to answer any questions that you guys have. Other than that, we will see you at the next video.
All right. See you guys later.
Thanks, guys.